let's start today's topic, loop. Okay, so loop जनरली कशासाठी यूज होतो? लूप हा डॉक्युमेंटमध्ये जर एखादी लिस्ट असेल, डॉक्युमेंटमध्ये लिस्ट असतील तर त्या लिस्टला इटरेट करण्यासाठी लूप यूज केला जातो. ओके, मग त्यासाठी आपल्याला पहिल्यांदा एक डॉक्युमेंट क्रिएट करावं लागेल. ओके, आय जस्ट क्रिएट doc folder. So we are started on loop flow step. Okay, so I created a doc because I wanted to have some document with the list. That's why I created it. So I have a one sample. I'll create a book related document. So that's what I am creating here. Okay, I have kept. Okay, so this is the book. Okay, we can create a document using XML that you guys know very well. Okay, so this book got created, document got created. So you can see here this book has a multiple list. So we are iterating. We will try to iterate all the books under this. So that is what we will do using loop. And what we do is we'll try to take all the prices and make it total out of it. So that is our target. Okay, so let's create a first demo for that. Loop demo, finish. Every time whenever we, from today onward, whenever we use do any sort of service, we will use try catch. Try catch uses sequence is the one, and try catch with this is the one. Every try catch should have a first service catch block. This block should have a first service is a get last service. Get last, what this service gives, in case of any failure occur in between, it will give a error detail as a this document. It has all the detail, time, detail, error type, error dump, service, from which service it throws, and everything, who was the user, who was calling that service, every most of the details as are kept here. Okay, so that is the main reason we should use get last error at the end of the, sorry, at the beginning of the catch block. Okay, so here, so I will take one map inside try. Okay, so here what we wanted to give, so what we want here is a string XML data. We will take one input. Okay, XML data, and okay, we will create a output variable whenever we want, and based on our requirement. So what is the first step we will do? We will convert that XML into document. Right now what I am passing is, I am passing a simple XML string. Now I wanted to go to the XML folder inside a pub and take XML string to node service. You can see the service coming from pub.xml service name. I should give XML as a input, XML data. Then I convert that node to document, and this, you already saw that this is the two services we need to call to get the document. Okay, then we will copy this book. Why we will copy this book? Because we know that we are converting the XML which will be converted into this book document. Document type we will give, whenever we give a document type, we need to make array as a false. Okay, now I don't want this document, I want a document which I know, and that is which one? I can drag this book document and keep here. Okay, my details, and I will map. So now I will have this book. So if you wanted to see whether it is working or not, need to have that. Okay, this is the place I have all the document placed. I'll just go there instead of going from this. Then I'll go to the Notepad++, and I'll just open inside Notepad++. I will copy. This is an XML string. I'm just copying what? XML string, nothing else. to just verify that my document conversion from XML to the XML string to the document is happening or not. Yes, it is happening properly. Let me maximize this. So how many books we have? We should have a 12 book. Okay, 11th. It starts from the 0, that's why 12 book. We have ID, so all 12 books we have. Okay, so conversion is perfect. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to do the total of all the prices. So how we can do, we need to go each step one by one. First book, second, third price of book, fifth, eighth, ninth, 12th books price, and we wanted to add everything into one. So what I'll do is, I'll inside this map at the beginning, I'll create one variable total price. I will initialize that price. Initialization is also important. What? 0. Price will be 0. Now next I'll take a loop. Loop on what? Now the best part, and let me to show you. So if I come here, if I copy this price, and inside here if I paste the path of that, it shows that my book details, catalog, book of 0 means the price from the first index from them will show here. But see, we can do like this, and we can give numbers here. We can do that. No one can stop us to do like this and get all the prices. Whatever the prices will be there, we can get all the prices. But right now 12 books, 12 different books are there in the list. Tomorrow there might be 1200. We cannot manage. We cannot copy paste this 1200 times and give the number. We cannot do. So what we'll do this, we will use, you guys know the for loop, right? From the any language until you learn C, C++, Java, or even the scripting language, we have a for loop. It says that int I is equal to 0, I should be greater than 12, I plus plus. This loop will iterate, so it will run 12 time. How many? 12 time. For example, we have a array of, don't look for the syntax, array of price, and this array will have a, consider that we have a 12 different prices inside this array, and we have an array name as a okay. So we have an array, and if we wanted to calculate all the prices from it, what we will do here, length. That's what we do inside a normal programming language. It will start from 0th and it will end until the last element of, so tomorrow it can came like 12,000 or whatever the number, until that price, until the last element of that, it will iterate. Same thing is happening inside a loop. So here what we gave a array to find out the length. This is the nothing but the length function which we are using, but ultimately what we gave, array. Here also what we need to give, we need to give list. What we need to give, list. But where? I'm just copying that. I'm just copying whichever the list we wanted to iterate. I'm just copying that. I'll come to the loop, and you can see that there are some properties on inside the loop. we need to provide an input array and output array. Okay, so I'll provide an input array. Okay, 1 second. Before I wanted to use that, I wanted to show one thing. So inside a map, inside a loop, I'm using one map. Here below, when I expand the output or input wherever you want, you can check both the side, the books detail, catalog, and then book. You can see still it is list. Okay, this is a list. Now I will use input array, and then I'll come to the map. You will see that book become a list, a book become a single element or a single document, which means every time it read, it gives you a one book first, second, third, fifth. Now what we want to do here, we need to calculate the price, addition of the price. So what I can do is I can do it inside a transformer also, but rather than doing it, I'll just do that in a flow step. In the next flow step, I should go into the math. Okay, add float. Okay, so now what should I use, what should I add? Okay, the first one should be a total price, because total price start from the 0. Whenever it came, it will keep adding, and then the price of my own current book, and it will go again inside total price. Okay, that's it. Your total price will come as a output. Let's see whether we are able to do it or not. I don't want XML data, this one. I don't want this one also. From here onward, I don't want the node also, because it is not necessary. Make array, I don't want. In next step, I don't want this document also. So be clear your always clear your pipeline. So I'll keep the book data so we can calculate it. I'll run this flow service. I already given the input, so it's available, and it will show me total price is 214. So let's see whether we are correct or not. So I will use Excel sheet. Come on. It's not opening that. Calculate. Okay, it is already open here, so I'll just save. Okay, let's see if we are right or wrong, or we did some mistakes. It can happen, right? The next price also same. I think all the prices are. Yes, next. Okay, so 6th price are changed. 3, 4, 5. Correct. 6th price. 7th also same. 6.95. The next price, and 10th price is 36. So we did some mistake. 7, 8, 9. So 7th price, 7th and 8 are both the same. Okay. So this become as a 10th price. 11th and 12th. Okay, and the sum is shows 214.4, and what is our result shows same. Okay, so we're able to do that. And now let me tell you and let me show you how it will looks like when we do the debug. So how to debug? Right click, run as debug the flow step and give the same input, and now it will give you idea step by step how it iterates. So first it will create node, and then it will create document. So see, now document has all the element. How many? Total 12 element. Once I go inside the loop, you will see only one at a time. Okay, and we have a ID of it. Okay, so when we get here, so now you will have only one book inside it, and the ID shows first the price. It keep adding. Now come again, it came on the map, and now this time the book number 2. So book number 2. So this time book number, do you guys see the iteration? Now we never create this variable inside our flow. If you click anywhere, you will never see this variable. Do we created this a dollar iteration? No, we never created, but it is there. So the point to be noted, and important point inside the loop. If you wanted to find out the iteration number or the element number, current number at the time of execution, then you can use this iteration variable dollar iteration. It will give a, it can say the book ID 04104. Okay, so it says that. So this can be used like whenever, if you wanted to check that fourth iteration, that time you can use this iteration variable. So important point, this will available inside only loop. Okay, so done. So our, okay, now how I wanted to show you one more thing. See guys, now I do the debug, and now if I click on any of the things, property is not showing here, so you need to change the perspective to come back to the here. Okay, so now you can see that there are the another option or another property of loop is a output array. Generally we are not using output array, we use append to document list service whenever we wanted to add any single document inside the list or inside the array, but this can be used. Okay, so how we can use now? So now I wanted to create a one more document list which has a ID and price plus 5 rupees. Price plus 5 rupees. That's what I want to create. Okay, how can I create? Well, I'll just, okay, so for that I need to create, sorry, we should have such a document, and I will create that document here. Book prices. Okay, only book prices, and that will have a ID and price. Only this two it will have. Okay, so here what I'll create, I will create this book price list. And I will convert this into the reference. Okay, so what I wanted to tell here is we wanted to use output array. output array. We wanted to use output array. If we wanted to use output array, we should have some document which is array, and then we can use that inside loop. Oh, sorry, I should take a right click. I wanted to insert a document list, so I'll check a document reference list, and the reference will be a book price. Okay, an important note is that 99.99% people will never use the output array, so I'll just initialize here for the sake of use, because if I start using inside this, it will go vanish, because if you are not using any local created variable, it will not available in the next step. If you used or if you initialize, it will be there. So what I can do is so now inside the loop this book price still has a list, but I wanted to use as a output array. If I click that, then it will become as a single document. So what I wanted to do is here ID will go to ID, and price I wanted to add 5 rupees to that. So that's what I will do is map add float. I can do transformation. This is the magic of web method, where they can convert the data from one format to another format. That's what we do, and that's what middleware do. And here we will do the same. We are adding 5 rupees to the price, and it will applicable to all the prices. We can do it in percentage also, 2% increase to 5% increase, anything that we want. So what we did, we just added 5 rupees here. Save. Run, and our book price. Okay, fourth number ID is a 5, fifth number book is 10.95. Okay, fifth number book. So let's go and check fifth number book. So it is 10.95. So it got added. So let's check the last. So it should be a 45. Sorry, 54. Correct. So it is a 5 added. Perfect. So everything is working fine. Okay, so why we should not use, the main question is why we should not use output array. Why should not use output array? I'll show you right away. Okay, now, or when should we use and when should we should not use the output array. If you have a input array, same output will get created, then only then use the output array. It means if you have a 5 element in that and you wanted to create another array by doing some logic on it, the way we did, adding a 5 plus inside that, so that's what the same number of list will become an output. In that case only you will be doing output array. But right now we wanted to check whether this number should be more than 10, then only then we will add 5. Let's do this condition. Okay, then all this will go inside this, and here what I will use, the price should be copy, the price should be greater than I need to use as a condition, because I need to check whether it is greater than or not. That's why. Okay, percentage it should be greater than, the price be greater than 5 rupees. then only then I have to add all this the steps which I was doing before. So what I did, I just copied rest of the thing. See guys what I did. So the percentage book title slash catalog slash book slash price percentage greater than 5. If that is happen, then and only then it will come to then and only then it will come to this loop and it will assign IDs. So ideally okay, we will have only 4 element in output array. Here it was all the 12 array or 12 list of prices were there, but in our next logic we will have only 4. So let's see how it looks like and what is the problem. Okay, so book of the price, first it has so 1 2, there are few element are null. The question is why rest of the things. Okay, I got the point why it is showing, because of we have not dropped. Okay, anyway, so here where I was, yeah, inside the result. So there are the few elements which come as a null. Why? After addition it shows 10. Okay, here few of the element shows as a null. Why? Because for that condition it didn't match it. Ideally it should not create those element, but why it create? Because the definition or logic or creation rule of loop is that we should have a same element as the output array from the input. If the condition did not match, it will automatically create a null element, and we don't want null. We cannot deal with null, and it will create a problem. That is the main reason we should not use output array if we have a less element than the input array. Okay, then in this case, how should we handle or how should we deal with that? If we have a less element of the output, then in that case we need to use the append to document list. How we can use that? Okay, here we will first of all we will remove these things. Okay, then here we will create another. Okay, I will take a price, total price. Let's disable this. We don't add a price right now. So first we will not add this here right away. Instead of doing that, we will create a same document as here. What? Temp book, and we will do add all these things inside that. So here what we are doing right now is creating one temporary document, and that document will get created whenever the condition will get satisfied. Okay, I am creating the document. I created a document. Here I will remove these things. Here I will remove these things. Okay, and after now I created this document, temp book. Now I wanted to add this document inside the list. How I can add? So I can simply insert Do you see append to document list? No. Then come to the document. Oh, sorry. Inside the list folder, there is a list folder. Here is the append to document list service. We need to call this service here after creating the document. So we are creating document here. So I gave some comments there. So these are the comments. So we can understand what we have done inside that map. Now we wanted to append. So append to document list is nothing but the one document I wanted to add that document inside the list. So which document I want to add to inside the list? From this document. I want to add the document inside which I need to provide a list. So one document I want to add into another list. Okay, then this I want to do and the output. So the added list should be a same as a input list. Okay, and then I'll drop this from list also. Make sure that you drop this from list if you are using it, otherwise it will create a messy at the runtime. Now let me run this program. See, we have there is no null element. Okay, so there is no null element right now. And did we drop that value? Yeah. So once this is done, once this is done, so we don't need temp anymore here. Next time it will automatically get created. So the document which we have added, we don't need anymore. We already added. So drop that document also. The temp book I already dropped. Okay. See here, it right now shows all the document which has matching the condition. Okay, all the prices which match the above 10 condition. And these are the 8 documents or 8 books are matching the condition. Initially it was 12, it was showing that two documents were null. Now null pointer will not occur, so you can directly use this. Okay. So loop is very straightforward. Loop has comment, scope, timeout, label. This label can be used as a target of branch. This label can be used as a target of branch. Okay. Input array and output array. Input array to iterate the list. Output array if we wanted to create a same number of element which is there inside the input to the output. Else do not use the output array because it will create a empty or null list if the condition did not match. Rather than using output array, we use the append to document list. Whenever our document is created, we can append each document to the list, so we can avoid a null element in the final list. Okay, this is what all about list.